I was getting in my head today and I felt like this is a perfect opportunity to just spend some time journaling, setting up my journals slash planner for the month ahead. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm taking you along with me as I chat through what I'm doing. I'm gonna start off by taking out my first notebook in my little pocket Paper Republic. This is the journal I use to log down memories for the month, so I wanna do my setup for April. Get a little clip going here so that it stays open. But I don't know, I feel inspired to just look through this magazine here at first, just to see if anything sticks out to me. I don't like to fill like too much of the space on this spread with images or anything because I want there to be enough room for me to log down memories throughout the month. There we go. I really like this photo, so I'm gonna start by roughly cutting it out here. Journaling to me becomes therapeutic when I go into it without a plan. I think if you're trying to go in with a certain objective of making it look a certain way, it can really get in the way of you just following instincts and being creative and finding some joy with the process. And also like just getting surprised by what you choose. I think that's a big element too of journaling that I really do enjoy. Whether it's like more creative journaling like what I'm doing here, this little setup that I'm gonna do, or if it's more just writing off the cuff your thoughts. It's nice to be surprised by a journaling experience. I feel like you learn something about yourself, you discover something about yourself. Okay, I'm gonna do something controversial and just rip. Ooh, that's really pretty. Get my pen here. And I'm gonna commit with some tape. Okay, look, see? Already that looks really cute. I could end up doing the other side here, but I feel like I want space. So I'm gonna save this scrap. I never throw out scraps because they can be handy. Maybe there's something in this book that can fill in like the corner. Is there something purple? I'm not gonna lie, some of these stickers, I think I mentioned it before in this book, do creep me out a bit, but some are really cute. I like this flower, I just don't want this girl in there. Ooh, I like this birdie. Okay, maybe we'll do that instead. Right here, actually, before I put that down, I'm gonna add some more brown with some masking tape, and then I'm gonna place the little birdie down, and maybe I'll even do one of these. Ooh, that's what we're working with here. I could write something on this side, so. A very simplistic page, but I do really like it. I'm gonna have spots here for me to write down some memories. And I usually like to pair them with some of these little tiny planner stickers that represent a memory, but I think this will end up being a really cute spread once I fill it out. This is now ready to be filled in for April, so I'm gonna string this into my journal. And then I also want to do an updated page for my reading journal. This is what Marches look like. I want to do something a bit different for April. I have this blue paper that to me screams April because April showers bring May flowers, so they say. That'll be perfect. When I do find myself going through a little spurt of like just feeling anxious or overwhelmed or stressed, whatever kind of label you want to put on it, just that uneasy feeling that sometimes I know I can get in my body, and I'm sure other people can relate to that, is I really can see the connection that my screen time has on these things, on these feelings. Like just spending time scrolling is not helpful for me in any way, shape, or form. And that's one of the reasons why I'm such an advocate for hands-on hobbies, because I think sometimes we do just need things that keep our hands busy, and journaling is one of those things for me. I think I have a book sticker in here. I always get confused between this planner sticker book and this one because they are very similar, but they do have different stickers within them. So it's always a little bit of a hunting game. I feel like something blue is needed here. Okay, let's try that. No, that has to go back. This is what I'm gonna do on this sheet. One of the things I've mentioned that I want to change about my book log reading tracker is the fact that here I just pretty much write the title, the stars, and sometimes a couple points about the book, but I want to make that more structured and have myself write points about the book, like just basic either tropes or plot points, so that I remember what that book was roughly about on a consistent basis. So I want to make a setup that kind of facilitates that. I've made 2 pages with 3 columns. First column is going to be for book title, second is for author, and then this third section is for notes. And then what? I feel like something's missing right there, don't you? And here we go. I think this will finish it off. Okay, there you go. So this is going to be a little bit of a different setup than the month before, but I like having different looks for each of the reading logs. Like February's is a different look, January's is a different look. Arguably January is one of my favorite ones because of all these photos I added here. I think this one will look cute too by the end. So I'm ready to add this one back into the journal as well. And that's it for this journal. The next thing I want to do is my Filofax setup for the week ahead. So let me clear out some of this stuff. I don't think we'll need it for this part. When I'm thinking about the week ahead, especially at the start of the week, it can be overwhelming just to think about all the things you have to get done. And I really wanted this space, my Filofax, to be an area where I can feel a little bit more excited about what I get to do and really focus in, dial in on the things that are important for me to get done, so I don't get overwhelmed by the laundry list of things that are on my to-do list, or my calendar, my digital calendar, which is filled to the max. Like, this helps me stay really clear on what's a priority, and also document memories and a whole other lot of things. But one of the things visually I don't like about these pages are the QR codes. I've talked about that before. Someone gave me the idea of using whiteout on them, and I've been doing that and really liking it. So let me just show you the before, and then let's show you the after I white out. I don't know why I didn't think to do this myself when I first encountered these. Look at that. How much better does that look? And nonetheless, I want it to be a little bit more interesting. I kind of feel inspired to use one of these build-ins. I like this pink one. Even though this is cutting into a day of the week, it's for Sunday and Saturday, which typically I don't need large spaces to write in, so this is a perfect amount for Sunday. This is when this sticker book really comes in handy. Pink is what's guiding me. This is a good starting point for my stickers. This is now when I can start filling things in with actual plans. I always find like playing around with capital letters and cursive is a really great way just to add some variety to a planner spread and make it look more interesting. Like Edit Friday video has never looked fancier than that. Or my YouTube video going live at 3 p.m. with a nice banner sticker. That doesn't even feel like a to-do item at that point. It just looks like a visually pleasing thing to look at. Here's where I'm at right now. This is a rough idea of what my week's gonna look like, but I've left some gaps because I don't want to completely schedule everything in. But today's to-do really does involve my inbox and scheduling out some content for short form. But because I do have some plans, this is where I like to play with these books specifically. So for example, an editing day is a great computer sticker. Little camera for my filming day. I think we can all agree those little stickers make quite the powerful touch to my plans here. It's a little sparkle of joy. One of my favorite things to work on every week is my Monday newsletter. It's a Monday morning newsletter called the Monday Sip that's aimed to deliver some brightness to your inbox on a Monday morning, because I know our inboxes can be kind of a scary place on a Monday morning. Every weekly newsletter has a new topic where I write a little bit about the topic of the week and kind of give a takeaway challenge for both you and I to work on that's small but practical and hopefully easy to fit into your schedule and helps you just bring some intention to your day to focus on yourself. So love that. There's a sign up link in the description box below. And now that that's done, I'm gonna focus on my daily journal. This is the journal where I do my daily morning pages, but I'm gonna focus on this front journal. The back journal is where the morning pages happen. that's where I do my writing as daily as possible. I'm trying to be very consistent with that. But this journal at the front is kind of the closest, I guess, my journaling ever comes to junk journaling. There's no real like rhyme or reason to this journal. It's just filled with things that kind of inspire me and make me feel happy thoughts. What goes in here is so random. Like this quote, I think I was watching a YouTube video. It's a William Shakespeare quote. "All the world's a stage and all the men and women are mere players." Something about it struck me, so I wrote it down. "Movement is a song of the body," "A little fortune," just like fun things that make me think when I look at them. So I have some items I want to add to this. A few months ago I got sent some journals from Intelligent Change, and it came with this little card that said, "Think yesterday, love today, create tomorrow." I think this is perfect for this little book. You know what also would match this? The second half of that photo. Yes, look at that. I mean, I'm kind of annoyed that it doesn't reach the top of the page, but I'll survive. One of my favorite things about a junk journal, even a small one like this, is the fact that you can have a spot to store some of the random pieces of paper that you don't know what to do with, but you kind of want to preserve the memory attached to them. So I have this little tag that I want to save. Also got some fun PR packages this month. One from the Starbucks and Peanuts collaboration. The other was like a Kate Somerville Valentine's Day inspired package. So there's like these doodle elements I think would be really cool to incorporate. But I don't need to like keep the actual full paper anymore, so this is a really great way to reuse. Let me start off by cutting. A few weeks ago, you may have remembered, or maybe it's a month ago at this point, I went through my paperwork, and there were so many things I ended up getting rid of that weren't even like important pieces of paperwork. They were things like this, like what I just showed you, things that I kind of wanted to save because they had a cool memory attached to it, but doesn't really need to be in my life anymore. So one strategy is just to take a photo of those things and then throw out the physical copy. But yeah, I like the idea too of also preserving elements of those items. Oops. Gonna add this receipt too, this grocery receipt that I want to save. And there you have that. I was able to make a cool spread using lots of little things that I had on hand. And this is kind of like a record keep of some of the March energy that went down in a little bit of a unique way than just writing it down like I do in my morning pages, or by like tracking specific things like my reading in my other journal. Oh, I just love it so much. And that page before is a perfect example of like, sometimes I don't finish the pages either. I just like leave them with opportunity to grow as things come into my life that I want to add things to. So it's always a work in progress. I could still add something here, here, here. Okay. And there you have it. This one was updated, this one, and this one. Hopefully you guys had a fun time joining me for this journaling session. I honestly just needed the opportunity to sit back and relax. It's so easy to get overwhelmed by what you see on social media and the news and just like life in general. And you do need to like create and carve out these moments in your day, in your week, in your month, to just have some playtime and allow yourself to focus on something that doesn't really matter, but it also does. Like doing stuff like this is stuff that serves me well mentally, and even now I feel just really calm having spent, you know, the past 45-ish minutes doing this. I know it's a lot shorter than what you're watching because I've edited it down, but doing this activity rather than getting tempted to do the old doom scroll, which I know we're all guilty of. But alas, I'll see you guys soon with a new one, and until then, bye guys.
I wish there was another way to place my trust